I'm having a real hard time getting through my videos lately without going on rants that will get them taken down. So just want to remind you people that I'm going to be going over to YouTube permanently, and I'll be doing videos over there at Finister76 or in all caps, I am woke AF. These are the same people that are, no, I'm not touching Medicaid. Even last week at the cabinet meeting, Trump said, I can't believe you're still asking me that. I don't want to be asked that question anymore. That's a bad question. Of course I'm not. I keep saying I'm not. Democrats were putting up billboards all over the country warning people they were taking their Medicaid. Republicans challenged them in court and said, it's a lie. We're not touching Medicaid, so they can't put that up. They won in court, and Democrats had to take those billboards down. And look at all those cuts to Medicaid. So they're liars. They're paying for this $2.2 trillion tax cut with our Social Security, with our health. I don't mean our actual Social Security, but they're coming for that too. I meant our Social Security safety net. Clean energy money out the door, student loan. I mean, I know how hard that is. I have $18,000 on a $2,900 loan originally because I didn't forward my address when I went to prison for 22 years. So that interest accumulated over that time. And I've tried to work it out with them. They don't care. So, you know, they don't play by the rules anymore. And Democrats are going to have to figure out a way to play the same game they are, to get just as dirty, just as nasty. If you're not willing to roll around on the floor and get dirty and poke some eyes and pull some ears and bite some noses, I don't know what to tell you, because that's the kind of moment that we're in. They're going to kill us slowly. Slow motion extermination. I've been saying this for months. I've been knowing it for longer. Taking away the farmland. They're buying up all the land so that people have to go into the cities so that they can use us to work in factories or wherever they need us to work. And that land is going to be worked by who? By you. By you. By your kids. Department of Education gone so they can take the school week and lower it down to 3 days or 4 days a week. So all the other time the kids can work. We're going to be a feudalist state. Like it's like back in the feudal times where there's like serfs or peons. You call them what you want. White slaves. How about that? Does that work for you, MAGA? You want to be a white slave? You want to be a white slave? Because, you know, I for one, I don't think you can handle it. I just don't think you can. Don't think it. I mean, you're going to have a rough time. Now, me, I'm not going to have as rough of a time because I've had a life of suffering. Right? I had a mom that didn't want me. I grew up in mental hospitals and group homes. I was incarcerated at a very early age. Flailed through life a little bit with bipolar disorder and major depression, anxiety. I didn't understand what it was. Couldn't keep a job. I was a lawbreaker, drug addict, and ended up spending 22 years of my life in prison. I don't know. I'm going to figure out how to use the little bit of white privilege I have, which is just the color of my skin, until they see my hands. But I have to, and that's why I'm here, because there's a lot of people out there that aren't going to know how to suffer. They're not conditioned to suffering. Okay, I'll survive for a while, and I'll go out on my own terms. I'm not going to starve to death. I'm going to die of some terrible illness, lingering slowly. And I hope nobody else is too, because that's what they're doing. They're killing us, and they want to. If you can't work a farm, if you can't work, if you can't breed, if you can't do those things, what good are you? You're not good anymore to these people. These people that just sign death warrants for millions of Americans for their little $2.2 trillion tax cuts. Yeah. What do you think about that, MAGA? They've been telling you for years they aren't going to cut Medicaid. Trump's been lying to your face, telling you, that's a dumb question. I said I wasn't going to cut it. What do you mean? Stop asking me that. I'm not touching Medicaid. He's been lying in your face because you've been coming back and telling us. He's not touching it. I don't know where you get your information, man. CNN, NBC, The View. You're dumb. I mean, you look dumb now. I just want you to know that. And I'm sure there's going to be crickets coming from MAGA for a little while. Now that they realize all that farmland is going to the white South African people, that they were just so excited. They were coming into the country, and we were so upset about it. I thought you were pro-immigration. Go ahead. Be witty now. I'd like to see you on TikTok now that they're cutting your fucking Medicaid. You're cutting your mama's Medicaid. How's your sister going to get to dialysis? What's going to happen if your little sister or your daughter gets pregnant, she's raped, she has to go have it? Oh, you can't do that. Oh, we can't do that. Can't take her to the next state. She's going to have it. Good luck, MAGA.